it seemed like he was just showing his true colors. You understand I was in the Shield with him, right?
What do we want to talk about?
I am him! I am him!
Hey, this is the Red Carpet Reign featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King. Thank you all for coming out today. We are talking about WWE SmackDown live show commentary reaction. We are talking about the episode of Monday Night Raw. Friday Night SmackDown. Friday Night SmackDown, the episode of March 22nd. Also have the bonus round of Bianca I would talk about. Now that's coming a little bit later. The bonus round of her will be why Bianca should turn heel. Why should she turn heel? But other than that, we're definitely talking about SmackDown for 22nd. We'll talk about the segments, give my final review on SmackDown as we get close to WrestleMania 40. So thank you all for coming out today at the Red Carpet Reign. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications. Make sure you guys got that on. But other than that, I think it's going to be solid to talk about. See who came into the ring before we begin. Brilliant's Good Red Salute. Thanks for coming out. That's right. Don't forget to hit the like button. Now, like I said, very, very good SmackDown to discuss. Very good one to discuss. We're going to head into it. Definitely head into it. What else we got in came into the ring? Ozone, what's up, man? What's going on? But let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. But before we begin, we're going to go over the match card. And the match card is the events, the match that were advertised for the SmackDown. So let's go over the match card. You guys take a second to look that over. Match card is right here. This is the match card. These are the matches that were advertised for that night. So we have Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. Then we have the WrestleMania Tag Team Qualifying match. Then we had two matches like that. Then, of course, the face-to-face between Roman and Cody Rhodes. So take a time to look that over. That's what was advertised. But after that, we're going to head right into it. All right. So, first thing we'll talk about, Rey Mysterio had his match. Him and Santos kick off Friday Night SmackDown. And they had a good match. We had we had a little surprise from Dominic Mysterio. He showed up. And since he showed up, he cost Rey the match. Rey lost the match against Santos. So it was causing a distraction. He had a mask on and everything. So definitely crazy. But yeah, definitely. I don't know. Are we gonna think about it is, since he cost the match, are we getting a Dom versus Rey part 2? Is that coming? That's something we get in the near future. That could be something if we get that. But he literally pulled a Michael Cole on us. We had Not This Way. But since he did cost in the match, Santos got the win over Rey. So I don't know if these two gonna have interaction next week. But only time will tell will be the next step move forward with these guys. Only time will tell will be the next thing. But who knows? Who knows will be the next thing going on? But I do know it's going to be this ain't the end between Dom and Rey. They had a WrestleMania match last year, and Dom lost to Rey. Yep. But other than that, that was the way to kick off. Next segment we also had Rey Mysterio. I'm sorry, not Rey Mysterio. After that match, we also had a little bit of a scuffle between LA Knight and AJ Styles. They had a brawl at his house. And I noticed they always run this angle headed to WrestleMania. They had the brawl at their house, at AJ house. AJ looking jacked as ever. Jacked. Man, he looked jacked. And AJ Styles was doing an interview looking jacked, and somebody was beeping the horn outside his house. He came out. It was LA Knight honking the horn. It came out broad. Police arrested LA Knight. AJ Styles was on the side, showed his wife. Like I said, we see this angle so many times, and for some reason, it never gets old. Never gets old. I'm interested to see what they do with this angle. But other than that, this was a good setup for these two. I could tell that it's going to be interesting between these guys and what's going on next. Definitely something interesting to see what's going to happen, what's the next step. So that's something to check out, definitely. But, it's something interesting to see. I'm more intrigued for this match. Definitely more intrigued for this match. And also, Facebook profile, check that out. Also, I'm on X right now. I'll be on X until we head to the bonus round. So we get to the bonus rounds usual. Bid our goodbyes to X. If you want to check out more, come check me out on Red Carpet Ring on YouTube. Meanwhile, let's get back to the segment here. This was a good segment. I like this one, and it makes me be more intrigued to see what's going to happen between LA Knight and AJ Styles heading to WrestleMania 40 as they have their one-on-one match. So definitely something to check out. But I can't wait to see what's the next step for these guys heading into WrestleMania. So, and also if you want to check me out on X, I'm right here. So, I'm got a following that's growing quite a bit, but that is growing, but one day at a time. But if you want to check me out there, I do posts there, and post some pictures there and my thoughts and everything. Meanwhile, let's get back to SmackDown for March 22nd. Now, also, we had a little segment back. We had a little match. Naomi versus Iyo Sky. Iyo Sky defeats Naomi due to distraction from Damage Control. Had a little entrance. They waited for Iyo to come out. We saw Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Dakota. Then Iyo came out. Had a little solid match with Naomi. But afterwards, they attacked her. Damage Control attacked Naomi. And Bianca Belair came out for the save. Thing about it is, I know that last week people was like, oh, she didn't come out for Bayley. She didn't come out for Bayley. You're right. She most certainly did not. But she did come out for Naomi. She did come out for Naomi. So we can't, it's the whole, is she heel, is she tweener? But like I said, I'm going to get more into about that in the bonus round following Bianca Belair. We'll talk more about her. But yes, this was good. And also, before that, it was a little backstage segment here. And the segment here was, they was talking, it was Naomi and Bayley talking at first, hey, what's going on? And Bianca was like, Bayley, you deserve everything you get, similar to what Drew McIntyre told Jey Uso on Raw, blah, blah, blah. And Bayley was like, I'm aware of that. She said, you know what, Bayley, this is, and everything come back to haunt you. You created Damage Control against me 2 years ago, took me out, cost her championship and everything else. And now they coming out for you. You deserve everything you get. And Bayley said she understand that. And I think Naomi and Bianca walked off, had their little talk segment. Then later on, due to the attack, as I explained from Damage Control, they threw mist in Naomi's face. Tiffany Stratton came out and seemed like it's going to be a future feud between Tiffany and Bianca Belair. Seems like it's going to be a future feud there between those two. Definitely something that's going to happen later on. They're going to have a feud there. It's going to be something going on between those two ladies. Only time will tell. But this was a good segment, good setup. Good setup. I can't wait to see what's going on. But definitely, this is a good storyline with Bianca, then Bayley. Of course, she don't want to help Bayley due to the history. Then Naomi in it. Naomi's trying to tell Bianca, I wasn't hearing this was going on with you. Naomi wants to be the voice of reason, helps out everybody. She don't want to seem like, she don't want to be there for nobody. But only time will tell what's going to happen next. I feel like Naomi's going to get caught in the line of crossfire there, and it may end up costing her. That's my opinion on that regarding that whole situation. But other than that, though, definitely heating up. Definitely heating up. She is the EST. But other than that, though, this was a good segment. We're gonna see what happens later on. Meanwhile, we had a match, a qualifying match. We had the Street Profits. They defeated AOP. They advanced in the tournament. Now, this is the match that they had. I said in real life that Dawkins, in real life, his mother passed away last week. And they scheduled had this match with AOP for qualifying for the Tag Team Championship SmackDown tournament. I didn't know if he was going to show up or not. I didn't know if they was going to write an angle where Montez gets taken out and they have to be replaced by another tag team, or AOP advances and goes over. But it turns out Dawkins, he's a real one. Despite the trauma that he's facing right now when his mother passed away. Rest in peace to Dawkins' mother. He went on and showed up on SmackDown. I don't think this was taped either. This was live. He showed up. They had the match. And not only that, Street Profits got over. They defeated AOP and they advanced in the tournament. Next week, they're going to face against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. And whoever wins that match next week, they're going to go off in advance and go to the six-pack challenge for WrestleMania 40 and compete for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships that's currently held by the Judgment Day of the team of Finn Balor and the current senior Money in the Bank, Damian Priest. But definitely, good match. It was a good match. Like I said, I know Dawkins going through a lot of good match for him. I'm glad he's able to hopefully get over everything that's going on with him, and he gets right at some point. But other than that, we had some good solid matches. You guys saw the match card. The main segment here. We know we're going to head to the main segment of the night. The main segment everyone know about since last week. The main segment is Roman and Cody face to face. Now we got Roman here. He hit a milestone yesterday. Roman Reigns is right now 1,300 days as undisputed Universal Champion. He's only 174 days away from beating Hulk Hogan's record. And, that's not a accomplishment to sneeze at. We got to give him his due. Got to give it to him. He is Roman Reigns. He does his thing. Acknowledge that.
The whole world will acknowledge me.
So he is 1,300 days as champion. They showed that when he first came into the ring with Paul Heyman. For the face-to-face, there would be no bloodline, and Cody would be along as well. Nobody from Raw would be in the segment, which is Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, whoever else wants to be on Cody. I mean, Seth Rollins, whoever wants to be on Cody's side. So they acknowledge that. But meanwhile, we get the little segment here. We got Cody. Now, the Cody face-to-face with Roman. Roman had a good question to ask. He had some good points with Cody Rhodes. He asked Cody Rhodes, hey, you was getting beat down Monday night. Seth Rollins supposed to be your shield. Basically, he asked Cody, can you trust Snake Rollins? Can you trust this guy? Snake Rollins is someone that can't be trusted. You know, he said he was in a shield with him, and he knows that Seth Rollins could turn on you at any given moment. He did it to Roman. And Roman, it's a good point that he brought that up. But, you know, he basically said it in the segment there. What can you know? Are you going to be able to trust this guy?
Seth Rollins. It seemed like he was just showing his true colors. You understand I was in the shield with him, right?
So good point by Roman is by stating that. And he had a good point. Can he trust him? Thank you, Brilliance Goodbread. You know, I know this may look simple, but it's a lot of work putting these photos together for the new vertical live format that I got. Anyway, let's get back to SmackDown segment. Appreciate that, by the way. He asked, can he trust Snake Rollins? And he got a good point. You know, I stated a couple weeks ago that Seth Rollins was dressed like a snake, you know, very similar to snake colors. You know, can he trust that? Is that somebody he wants to have on his side? That's the thing about that. Can you trust a snake like Snake Rollins? He will turn on you at any given moment. When he gets the opportunity, he'll bite you like a snake. He'll do whatever he can. You got to keep that in mind. You know, he is showing signs of a snake. Can you trust this guy? I don't think you can. I said before he would turn, you know, he put the whole had the whole format looking upwise, and that's the thing. Can you trust this guy? Can he be trusted? And you know, I don't know if you could trust a Snake Rollins. Snake Rollins will turn on you. He could turn on you any given moment. He turned on the Shield, turned on his brothers. You know, who said he can't turn on Cody as well? You know, despite them having a good aligned together in a partnership right now. Who to say he can't do that? Like I said, Snake Rollins can turn. And I think he still will. He may not turn on a tag team match, but he definitely can do it at some point, definitely after he loses his match against, you know, Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. You know, so, you know, I don't know. We can't forget that this guy is. And for those you don't know, what do I mean by that? I stated this before. I'll say it again. This is Snake Rollins. He is a guy that looks like a snake. If it talks like a duck, it's a duck. In this case, a snake. So let me show everybody what I'm talking about. This is Snake Rollins. Let's not forget about that. That's Snake Rollins right there. You look at that. He got to look like a snake, dressed like one, everything. Let's not forget who this guy is. And that's what Roman was talking about. He's a snake. You know, he will do whatever he can to get what he wants. Let's not forget about that. That's why I say I call him Snake Rollins ever since then. But meanwhile, let's get back to the segment. Now, segment here, like I said, Roman had a good point. But, you know, Cody had a good point, too. Cody said, hey, who's in charge? Is the tribal chief or the final boss, meaning The Rock? You know, who runs things around here? Is it Roman or is it The Rock? Final boss, tribal chief. And we all know ever since Rock has been on SmackDown lately, he made Roman look like a underling. And, you know, and Roman was telling Cody he's stupid for believing Seth Rollins. You know, you're going to be number 2 around here. And Cody said, I ain't going to be number 2. I'm going to be the one, meaning the one to end Roman Reigns' long championship run at 1,300 days and be the brand new Undisputed Universal Champion WrestleMania. So they both had some good points. Now we know that as heading out, Roman heads out the ring. He leaves with Paul. There was no attacks by each other, no attack by Roman, no attack by Cody. They didn't put, it was no physicality. Normally, you had a GM say no physicality when it's a segment or a contract signing, but they did not have that. I guess they're going to save it off for WrestleMania, especially night 1 and night 2. But when he did head out, we saw Solo. We saw Jimmy Uso, Bloodline. But also, Cody was not stupid. He may not have been stupid like Roman said. Who did we see after the Bloodline sneak out come from the barricades of the sides of the arena? We saw Jey Uso and Snake Rollins. And they all was face to face in the ring. That was a good segment there. I can't even lie. This was a very good segment. Very good story heading to WrestleMania 40, especially for the tag team match. You don't realize the tag team match night 1 is just important as the Universal title match with Roman and Cody night 2, and also Seth Rollins title match for the world title against Drew night 2. So these are 3 important matches in WrestleMania 40. The tag team match, night 1, Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. Night 2, Roman and Cody, Undisputed Universal title match. Also, Snake Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for his World Heavyweight Championship. Night 1 is going to determine what's going to happen in both of the championship matches. Night 2. But it was a good way, and this closed SmackDown. It was a very, very good segment. Very, very good one. I like how this went down. Definitely, I like the way how it went down. Now, thing about it is, we only got one more SmackDown before WrestleMania. One more SmackDown, and we got to see what's going to happen next as far as WrestleMania. We're only going to see what's going to be the next move for Roman and the Bloodline and Cody, Seth, and Jey. Jey Uso still got beef with Bloodline. Jey got beef with his brother Jimmy. We can't forget about that match either. This is the perfect storyline altogether. Roman, Cody, Seth, Drew, Seth in history with Roman, then Jey, his history with the Bloodline, and of course against his brother. And for the match they have at WrestleMania 40, Jimmy versus Jey, brother versus brother. So, like I said, it's going to be the biggest WrestleMania of all time. And that's definitely not a prediction that I'm stating right now. It's not a prediction by any means. It is definitely as a great man said, this is definitely a spoiler.
And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
So definitely, this is a good segment heading to WrestleMania, and it's going to be a very awesome WrestleMania. I can guarantee it.
And I'm awesome.
So this is going to be this pretty much closed out SmackDown. They both faced off. Roman Bloodline on the outside of the ring. Then at the apron of the ring is Cody, Jey, and Snake Rollins. But we do have a lot of good things coming up for next week SmackDown. And then I'll give my final review. We have all this stuff going on for next week. And what do I mean by that? Next week, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be announced. We have Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus Pretty Deadly in a tag team match. Next week, we have Bianca Belair one-on-one versus Dakota Kai. Jade Cargill, finally, about time, make her first official appearance as a SmackDown superstar. Pretty sure she's going to cut a promo. There's no match there. I know they did a promo on Braun Breaker as well. I don't know if he's going to make an appearance. He already had a debut match. And then also, as I stated earlier, we're going to have a tag team championship qualifying matches. We have, as I stated earlier, Street Profits versus Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Also, that same night, we have the New Cash Republic, the team of Tyler Bate and P Dunne versus Legado del Festama, which is Angel Garza and Humberto. So this is all the matches that will be advertised for next week's SmackDown for the 29th of March. And this will be the final SmackDown before WrestleMania 40. We know more after that because the SmackDown, WrestleMania will be the 6th of April. So definitely something to tune into. I'm looking forward to what Jay Cargill is going to say. I'm looking forward to Bianca versus Dakota as that storyline's heading up. And also who will qualify for the Tag Team Championship qualifying match for the six-pack challenge at WrestleMania for compete for the Undisputed Tag Team belts. Now, my review. What's my review on SmackDown? This was a good SmackDown. I would have to say a very good SmackDown. I will say this SmackDown was a 5 out of 5 because we saw so many stories that's unveiling. We got the Rey Mysterio and Santos match, then of course Dominic Mysterio interfering, reigniting his feud with his dad. We got the whole Bianca Belair, Bayley, Naomi versus Damage Control that could lead to a 4-on-3 or 3-on-3 matchup. That's heating up. Jay Cargill is going to be on SmackDown next week. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton teaming up next week. We have the Roman and Cody at the final segment. Then we have Bloodline showing up, and then it was pretty much a numbers game matching up. Basically it was everybody teaming up and strength in numbers pretty much of Cody, Snake, Rollins, and Jay versus Roman Bloodline. Strength in numbers. And also we have the tag team match qualifying stuff. So definitely good SmackDown 5 out of 5. Now as we head out here, we're going to head to the bonus round shortly. And unfortunately, bonus rounds only for Red Carpet Ring on YouTube, not X. As of right now, with our goodbyes to X. You want to check out more on the Red Carpet Ring on YouTube. So let's do that right now. Now, we surely going to switch gears and head to the bonus round. In the bonus round, as I stated earlier, we're going to talk about Bianca Belair. Bonus round's coming up soon. Very soon. Why should she turn heel? And we're going to head to that shortly. And I will talk about why Bianca should turn heel. All right. We are here at the bonus round. Why she should turn heel. We'll talk about Bianca Belair. Why should Bianca go heel? And I'm going to explain my reasons why she should go heel. Let's tune in for the bonus round here. Talk about Bianca Belair. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. Why should this woman turn heel? Now, we know that Bianca Belair, we know that she, one thing, she's never been heel since joining the main roster back in 2020. Never been heel for her whole time being on the main roster. What do I mean by that? Bianca Belair, she was a heel a little bit in NXT. She was heel a little bit. And when she was heel, she didn't make no significant jump. She pretty much been a babyface since she came to the main roster back in 2020. Since she's been a babyface since the main roster, she has won multiple championships. She's been the women's champion on 3 separate occasions. She's had a good name on Raw, SmackDown, good feuds against Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, that's now known as Mercedes Moné, You know, of course, with Bailey, Iyo Sky, and others. But now, since she has lost the championship, the last championship she's held was the Women's Championship at SummerSlam last year. This is before Iyo Sky cashed in her Women's Money in the Bank contract, cashing on Bianca to become champion. Now, Bianca has a reason to be heel. Bianca has to turn because she has lost the title. Since she's lost the title, she had an opportunity to win the championship again, but she's been screwed over by Damage Control. And remember, Damage Control was initially started in 2022 following her feuding with Becky Lynch at SummerSlam 2022 and defeating Becky Lynch. And since she defeated Becky Lynch, Damage Control has been on the tail to take down Becky and Bianca Belair. They took down Becky, they took down Bianca, cost her championship, you know, since she won at SummerSlam 2023 with the cash in. Even when she got close to the championship, she was out of the whole title pitch because the Damage Control took her out. Remember, Damage Control took 2 months of Bianca Belair's career away. They took 2 months off her career. Attacked her. She was rolled off. She was gone. Iyo rose up, won the championship. Damage Control been running SmackDown. They also ran Raw too. So since they cost Bianca 2 months of career and championship opportunities, she has she needs to turn heel. She needs to turn heel. She's never been here her whole time being on the main roster. She needs to go heel. And since Bianca's never been heel, it'll be a brand new, you know, thing for her. Because Bianca needs a character change. Let's be honest here. Bianca needs a character change. Bianca needs a character change because Bianca, the whole baby face, having the kids on side. I know she has a big fan base with little girls wearing her hair like that. She's in multiple commercials, ads, everything. Even had her own show, which I covered a little bit, Love in WWE, which is on Hulu with her and Montez, her real life husband. She needs to be a heel now because the character is starting to get stale. As I said this before, it's starting to get old. Bianca Belair, great competitor, but her character was getting stale. Even during her championship run, Bianca Belair was not getting over. Her reigns was starting to get very boring, and she seemed like she was getting booked as it's starting to look like she's starting to get booked as a superwoman, as with someone that will never ever lose her matches, never ever lose, you know. And that was getting predictable and it was getting boring, and no one wanted to see that. You know, it was becoming spoilers that she was going to win every feud. It was like what Paul Heyman always say.
And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
So yeah, we needed something different, something fresh, something new with Bianca Belair. And I think her turning heel is going to be the perfect scenario for her. I think that'll be the best thing for her, honestly, because I think if they do that, it will make sense. It will make perfect sense if it goes down like that, because there's only so long someone could be a heel. Only so long that can happen. Let's be honest. How long can someone be a babyface? How long can that continue on? Something will have to change. It will definitely have to change. And I don't think it will hurt Bianca's stock or her value if she turns heel. So she needs that change. She needs the moment to turn into a bad person. It's not a bad thing. And with Bianca, she could use her strength, still say she the EST of everything. And I think that would pretty much be the whole scenario that'll work for her. It'll work in her favor as long as it's executed properly. You know? See what Goodwin said, that's best for business. Also, they might want to place her with their husband's group. That's actually a good idea. That's actually a good idea. I got to give you your Triple H for that one.
Because I am that damn good.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea for Bianca to turn, not only be heel, but place with a husband with Street Profits and, you know, Bobby Lashley. Now, I know B-Fab is currently the woman of the group, but I don't know. My question, will she replace B-Fab? And I mean, they would have to turn the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley heel too, because they are currently baby faces right now. It will have to do the same with them as well. That's the only thing. But I think it will work if it's executed properly. It would definitely work. I don't see why it wouldn't work for that matter. Because Bianca has it. She's strong. She has the look. She's athletic. She can use the EST, the strongest, the bestest. She can sound. She says she's the baddest. She could throw that in there. Yes, heel for Jade versus Bianca. That would be a perfect scenario as well. I would like to see that. I would love to see how that would go down between those two women. Because we know that's been teased, Bianca versus Jade. And I'm going to actually get into that in a second. And then you said something good here too, good, Bray. You said she could kick B-Fab out the group and have a quick feud. Yes, because let's be honest here. Let's be brutally honest here. No pun intended, good bread. Is B-Fab doing anything for that group? Is B-Fab doing anything for the group? Is she really helping the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley? Is she really helping those boys? I would say no. So we need that female presence of a dominant female, someone who has a name, and who's even been a former champion in Bianca Belair to help her career and everything else for that matter. I don't see why they wouldn't make that move. It will honestly be the best move. And you said here, also preserve her career. Absolutely. I think it will. But I don't. B-Fab's not helping that group. She's not helping that group. I don't see how it can make a difference. I don't see how it would. I don't see how it could make a huge difference for that group. B-Fab is just there. Now, don't get me wrong. She's there. She's doing her thing against Scarlett. But Scarlett's no real threat. Let's be honest. That's all she doing is fighting off little Scarlett. She ain't really doing nothing with her. You know? I'm sorry to say that, but she's not. She's not doing nothing with her. I wish I could say otherwise, but I can't. I can't. She's not doing nothing. That would be the best thing. Like I said, Bianca needs a character change. She needs a character change, and she needs one like yesterday. She definitely needs one. Because I don't see why, if you keep her baby face, it's going to hurt her more than help her. It's going to hurt her anything. You know? We need that absolutely. I don't know how they would do that. It's just I know it'll suck. It'll suck for B-Fab because we know B-Fab was released once before. If you do have her kicked out the group by Bianca, I'm telling you this right now, B-Fab will get released again. She will get released from WWE because they don't have no other storyline for her. They don't have no other storyline for her. And let's be honest here. I said this before and I'll say it again. Let's be honest here. Bianca turning heel. She has every reason to turn heel. Let's think about it. You know, she has every reason to turn heel. And what else you say, good Brad? Nope, she can't even walk next to Montez. You're right. B-Fab can't even walk next to Montez. No. And I know Bianca really in real life don't like that, but I'm not one to start any rumors. But anyway, she has every reason to turn heel. As stated earlier, Damage Control took her out. They cost her championship and even championship opportunities. So I don't see why not. Why not make her a heel? It's going to help her. You know, we talk about people going heel all the time. We always talk about it. We always talk this person go heel, that person go heel. We always talk about it. But in Bianca's case, in her case, she has every reason to turn heel, and it makes perfect sense why she would go heel. I don't see why she wouldn't go heel. It would be a perfect thing for her character. Perfect thing for her character. I don't, and look how she was treated. Look how they turned against her. She needs to go heel, if anything else. You know, and it would be a perfect storyline. Like if, for example, when The Rock went from Rocky Maivia to The Rock with domination, we knew why he turned heel. The fans said, you know, they booed The Rock. Randy Orton, when he turned to the Viper, we knew why, because again, he was turned on by Evolution. He won the town and kicked him out the group. Then we got the Viper that we all know and love today. Bianca has every reason to turn heel. She got screwed over time and time again by Damage Control. And like she said herself, Damage Control was built to basically take out Bianca Belair and also Becky Lynch as well. So I don't see why, you know, why it would not be a good reason for her to turn heel. Why not? So she could definitely have dominance as a good heel. Bianca could do everything in her power, use her power, like I said, the EST, her strength, and have a good story behind her being heel. And she could just chop everybody down in the women's division, one by one, chop everybody down, chop everybody down, chop everybody down, chop everybody down you could think of. Chop everybody down you could think of. And also too, Goodbread said it earlier, she also can have great feuds. She can also have great feuds. She can also have great feuds in the future. And what I mean, stated, like Gilbert said, Jade Cargill could be one of them. Jade Cargill would be the babyface, Bianca heel. We could have Bayley going against Bianca. We could have even Naomi go against Bianca one-on-one. You know, Tiffany Stratton's a heel. No, the Damage Control is still heel. But, you know, maybe that would be a good idea, because Bayley did turn babyface. Who's going to take her spot as the heel? Jade is a babyface. Tiffany's already been heel. Bianca could take that spot as a heel. So I would definitely love to see what views she could be put in and how this can work. You know, and like I said, we want to see the number one feud, as I did just mention, Bianca versus Jade. Bianca as a heel, Jade as a babyface. And I think that would be a moneymaker match. It could even be a big main event WrestleMania women's match, or SummerSlam, you know, or Royal Rumble type of thing. It would definitely be on the big stage. I don't see why it would be on a small stage. You know, I think it would be amazing. Mr. Hugo, thanks for coming out to the red carpet ring. You said she would be a good heel. Absolutely. And she could have great feuds. Now, Bianca and Jade, they could go off strength versus strength, power versus power. But you would have a good person in Jade and a bad person in Bianca. You can't have a face versus face, a face versus baby face. Does not work out too well. It can work, but it would be better if we have a heel versus baby face, or a tweener at least. You know, think about the feuds: Rock versus Stone Cold. Rock was always the heel, and Stone Cold was heel. John Cena versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton was always the heel. You know, right now, Cody versus Roman. Roman Reigns is the heel. Everyone gotta have a counterpart. You can't have two baby faces or two heels. So Bianca and Jay will definitely, that match will tear the house down. That feud will tear the house down at any given event, whether it's a WrestleMania, like I said before, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, whatever the case may be. And they both will still be on SmackDown. Now, I don't know how the draft will work out because we do have a draft coming up. The draft is normally in April after WrestleMania or May. I think last year was May. Now, that's the thing with Bianca. I'm more likely will stay on SmackDown, I'm assuming. I don't see why she would go to Raw to, she would finish out her feuds. Now, once she finished her heel run on SmackDown, she can make the jump and go back to Raw, where she did become more prominent and just have a heel run on Raw. She was on Raw, but as a babyface. SmackDown now, babyface. So she could go there later on, but I don't see it right now. She makes sense for her to stay on SmackDown and have her feud with Jade, who's also on SmackDown. Because that feud is going to happen at some given point. The fans are going to see that. That's the way I would at least have it booked. And then also, too, another reason why Bianca would be, why she should turn heel. Bianca could be an amazing heel champion. Because Bianca is a 3-time women's champion, holding, the women's champion twice, and holding the women's world champion once, formerly known as the Raw and SmackDown championships. But she could be an amazing heel champion. We have never not only see Bianca as a heel character, we never seen her as a heel women's champion. Whether it could be the women's champion or whether it could be the women's world championship. Like I said, she could eventually go to Monday Night Raw following her finishing her run on SmackDown as a heel. Or she could be a champion on SmackDown and then be a champion on Raw later. Bianca, let's not forget, she did hold on to the women's championship for 420 days. So she could be a great heel champion. She could dominate SmackDown or Raw with either or championship. Mostly she'll start on SmackDown. And, she can, we had the last heel champ we had there was dominant was Bayley. And Bayley was at the time SmackDown was champ for 380 days. So Bianca could have a long run again, but this time as a heel. And she could take over SmackDown, take over Raw, whatever the case may be. I could definitely see that going down with Bianca. She could definitely do that. She could be in her bag as champion. So I don't see why they wouldn't make the jump. But I will say, if you're going to make her heel, especially make a heel champion, you better do it sooner than rather later. You don't want to take too long to make the jump to make her a heel, because it will hurt her stock and her value. You want to make her a heel as soon as possible, maybe after WrestleMania, maybe heading to Money in the Bank this summer, definitely before SummerSlam or around that time, the latest, making her the women's champion, but mainly making her a heel character. Let's get more Bianca talking all that trash like she does. And, she does it best.
You standing here and you don't even go here.
We could get more of that type of Bianca as a heel. So I would love to see what WWE is going to do next with Bianca Belair being a heel champion, because I think she'll be a better heel champion than she ever was a babyface champion. She probably could be a good draw as a heel. Some people can't make the jump. They'll be a good draw as a babyface, but they won't get over the hump as a heel. Not just drawing, but character, getting over the fans, etc., etc. And then they just turn around and make the character back to a babyface. But I know Bianca's very popular with the young girls. Like I said, I know she has good entrance as a babyface, but could be definitely good as a heel. We got to get that heel persona in her. And like I said, her pairing up with Street Profits and Bobby Lashley is not a bad idea. We could definitely see that going down. I don't see why it wouldn't go down in that way, shape, or form. But Bianca, I'm like I said, I'm getting tired of the whole baby face. You know, I'm on my own, just skipping around, twirling her hair. She needs. I mean, we saw this with Bailey. How Bailey made the move from the hugger to the role model. We need something like that with Bianca. You know, I'm on my own. I guess maybe we change her theme song. Change the theme song would be great. I don't see why they can't do that. That would be a good move for Bianca Belair. That would be a great move for her, and I don't think it will hurt her. It's going to only help her if anything else. But they got to get the jump on it, and they cannot wait too long because WWE has a tendency of doing this. They wait too long to make her a heel, and it don't go over. It just don't go over, and I think they need to do that. Like I said, Bianca Belair, she's amazing in the ring. I know she kind of a little botchy with the KOD, but other than that, she's going to be solid. She's going to be solid. I don't see why they can't do the jump. Now, not only with her heel, you know, she also can, you know, maybe even make a great babyface out of Jade or a babyface out of Bailey. A great heel is just as good as a great babyface. You know, you're being pretty much the foil to a character or a counterpart. I don't see why they can't go in. We need Bianca to do that for the fans and for everybody else. You know, also in the chat, I mean, put a 1 in the chat if you think Bianca should turn heel. Put a 2 if you think she shouldn't turn heel and stay babyface. You know, I think that would be a great decision. Great decision if she does that. Because it will only make sense to do that. And we can have Bianca as another champion. She, like I said, already a 3-time champion. Make her a 4-time champion, even a 5-time champion. And she also has that whole, you know, she's Bianca is not easy to defeat. She would be a heel. She would be hard to defeat. Now you give a reason why Bianca be so hard to defeat. You know, so we got to take that into perspective too. And it would be great as a heel champion, be hard to beat in the ring. So that's the way at least I would book it. That's how it would be booked for that matter. Because Bianca has it. Just like I said, maybe the KOD is a little botchy. She does that a little too much. But other than that, she maybe you change her finisher, speaking of which, but I don't think they will because the whole KOD will be a great heel finisher. That wouldn't be her to change the finisher, maybe give her more of a submission move. More heels are off. They do good as a submission, but since she has the power, she don't need a submission move. But it would be great to add that to a repertoire of moveset that she has currently. I don't see why it wouldn't do it, but definitely something to look forward to. Something to look forward to. I don't see why it would go down in that way, shape, or form. So that's how at least I would book it. Other than that, though, Bianca, that's the reason I say she should turn heel, and it will be a perfect scenario for her, not just short term, but maybe even long term for that matter. And that's all I have regarding why she should turn heel, and I mean if Bianca Belair turning heel. Why should Bianca go heel? Why Bianca should go heel? Why should she turn heel? You guys let me know in the comment section below. Also in the live chat on the playback. Do you think Bianca Belair should turn heel? If so, when should she turn heel? And why should she turn heel? And whether should it be done sooner or wait till later? Thank you all for coming out to the red carpet ring. Check me out on X, Instagram, and Facebook. Soon, 2 videos will pop up for Red Carpet Reign. First video will be, should he be inducted to the Hall of Fame? Second video will be, why does he need to win the world title? Until then, it is OUT.